Okay, guys. So this is the next question
What?
for you all. So why do you think some of our men in society cannot take rejection? Starboy, have anything to say? Go ahead and answer the question.
Right, don't reject one for somebody. Not because the rejection is so simple. Some don't even understand what you mean. You need to get more simple.
Okay. Anybody else?
What I would say is a case where it's it's a thing where it's because I always like a lack of knowledge cause a person to be ignorant and to find different ways in doing things, right? So rejection is a very emotional thing, and most most of the time when someone men get rejected or people get rejected, it's a case where the thing that they lead to it so happens to be anger and so forth. And I guess that's just it. It's just lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, and it's something that sometimes you're not
No,
used to something,
if you want that.
and when it
Water.
happens,
You
because
want
you're
some
not
water?
used to it, you don't know how to really react to it
Hmm?
and how to cope with it.
Anybody else?
I think Darkstar said it, to be honest.
Right.
I think it's a one word answer for me, and I'll answer. Just
Yeah.
ignorance. Ignorance. Darkstar said it. It's just being ignorant,
I
and
agree.
that's
I
it.
agree.
Yeah, that's it. Yes. Period. Yeah,
That's
because
it. Solve all the problem.
yeah, if a man is not ignorant, he knows that he would know that not everybody he's gonna approach is gonna want him, right?
Accept.
So it's
Huh?
all about ignorance.
Sometimes,
Ignorance.
I my 2 cents and
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
why someone cannot accept rejection based on sometimes how the person carry across the rejection. Such ethic you might feel embarrassed or some things. Sometimes we can do it in a more professional manner. Explain to the person because sometimes it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
True.
Right? So that's the most thing because look, I know Anna might say, yo Anna, come here.
Mm,
Anna not look for me call her that way. Anna might looking
mm-mm.
for me call her and say, baby girl, Anna, come here. Anna, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Anna, yeah, that's that. But just the saying, using the word yo before makes you feel very upset. So as I say,
Sure.
based on how you said it. Anna, want me to laugh?
Yeah.
Okay, and
No, it's not you. It's not you. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments. Go ahead. Go ahead.
sometimes men get rejection at the highest point, like when they invest in somebody, or they think they invest in somebody, so they get
Oh my
reject
God.
at that highest point there. They get a turn down at that highest point, so they don't want to. They don't want to accept that part. That difficult. They say they lose a lot,
True.
and so they bring a anger. It brings out the anger. I know you know that. Yeah, they get rejected.
That's
When they
it.
build a house, give somebody, buy two car, give somebody,
Mm,
and then they get rejected. Yeah, they don't want to accept that because they say they invest a lot.
mm,
So it causes
true.
little problems there.
Can I say something?
Don't accept
Let
that.
me give my 2 cents on this because I was waiting for this topic to come up because person was asking me since
Yeah.
today about the rejection part. Now let me say this. I think rejection have something to do with your self-esteem. Now don't get me wrong. I am not bashing men. I'm an advocate for them and also of females as well too. You know I've been an advocate since I start my talk show on my first ever TikTok page. Now, like I said, I think it's self-esteem issues. I feel when a male have self-esteem issues with themselves and they get rejected, they feel as if they have to retaliate. It's like a um it's like a flight risk response when it comes to a female turning them down. Now I have seen multiple times whereas I live in Barbados. For those who know and those who don't know, and I walk down to a little hill called Oyston Hill. Now, whenever I walk down, men walked up, man will come to call to me, right? And sometimes I don't answer, and they will say, "Oh, you musky or whatever stuff like that, musky mean a stink or whatever. and there was a nasty Jamaican and stuff like that. Sometimes I get real offended because I'm human being. You know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, yeah, look, all that good, whatever. That don't really affect me because I know I look good. I know I'm not the worst, and I know I'm a pretty girl. And, you know, I put myself up there because it takes a lot for me to build my confidence. So I tell myself no one is going to break my confidence. It doesn't matter how I look or whatever and how I feel, I'm going to have confidence in myself. So like I said, when you know they say certain things to me, I respond to them sometimes, and I may say, you know, because I don't want to make you say that, you know what I mean? And when Fox can't get the grip, him say it's sour. So at the end of the day, I think it's a self-esteem problem where our young men especially face, because when not older man, I'm not saying that is it haven't they don't do it, but it's more prevalent against our young people. Because when you walk and a man don't call to when you walk and you know a man call to you and you don't respond to them, you know, it's like immediately they go in this tantrum. It's like they're throwing a tantrum at you, they're throwing a fit at you, as Chance will say, you know, because they feel like you owe them something to answer to them, and we don't. You understand? And we feel sometimes that we have been targeting, you know, especially when it comes to, I for one feel like I've been targeted, because if I walk on the road sometimes on a late night, you know, I will kind of get hesitant as to I have to call to them because I don't know what may happen. And you see, that's why most young men rape, because they can't take rejection. You have to learn to challenge your mind to say, okay, then if a female tell you no, it's no. Because I couple years ago, before I went to Trinidad, you know, because I started traveling since I was about 17, 18. I was in Jamaica, and one of my friends that lived down the road from where me and my partner was at the time, she was telling me, oh, you know, a girl died last night. So I went to ask her, you know, what happened. We was having a whole discussion, and she said to me that she went to a club, a nice brown pretty girl and stuff like that. You know, the brown in them, as I say, over the Caribbean, red woman and all of that and stuff like that. So she was a red woman. You know, she in the club and she dancing and stuff like that. So the man come to she and say, you know, my chopper, before them time chopper start come out. So the man in him goal and him goal out and him telling, and him nice, and him telling him, I forget that girl yeah. But the girl have our man. So little mister to him say, me no want you, I'm not interested. You understand me? I'm not give you no dance. No, when little mister that to that now, um as I would say, fully done, so I mean, meaning a bad way, meaning a, you know, lack of knowledge, him decide say, all right, then, he might go bust you up when he come out of the club. When she come out of the club, he not do nothing more than give little miss some shots. After him give little miss the shots, him say, him never mean it, and just because she did reject him. Now, tell me now, what does that say to you as a society that we're living in right now? It says that our male counterparts, not all of them, but some of them, is going out of control. And why does this happen? Because for one, trauma exists and trauma lives within everybody if you don't deal with it. In life, 9 out of 10 people, and this is a statistics, that we go through trauma. Whether it be from our childhood, whether it be from a past relationship, we go through trauma. Environmental things are going to let us have us traumatized. That is a fact. That is a clinical proven fact. You understand
Yes,
me?
Anna.
Why these things happen is because of depression. You know, it's because of something that they went through. You know, when either they're growing up, I don't know what it is. It could be a series of things. You know, different stroke for different folks. But trust me, it creates the flight risk response. Whereas, you know, if a woman don't call to you, you just feel say you have to bust her up, you have to beat her, or you have to just attack her or something, or degrade her as a woman. And we are saying that men must stop this. But we understand that you guys are affected, and the only way that we can help you, the only way that I can be an advocate for you and other women and other men, is if we come together collectively and we tell ourselves that we have a problem. Because as Rihanna once said, this is not a me problem or a you problem. This is a we problem in society. You understand me? Because a lot of us we bash each other when we come out and we talk about this, and it's not
Yep.
cool and it's not all right. And then
Yep.
you know we are go put on the dress the wound, and we are gonna put on the band-aid and make them get them healing. Okay. So
Yep.
Starboy, you wanted to say something? Go ahead and say
Yeah.
what you have to say.
Let me ask you, you see, what you say, you know, about the men, them, yeah, you're right, yes. But me think the bigger part, which are the most of these young girls are trying to play the man them as see how much way they can get out of man. and then turn on reject them. That's what caused most of the biggest problem nowadays. Most young girls nowadays, they just try to face and they can play a man. And if you say they can go to everybody, majority, no, most men not take them something there. Yes, and most men not take them something there because every woman now, for you to talk to them, they must see what they can get from you. And that they must see what they can get. They talk beg you before, they talk beg you if you beg them, they might tell you say, we not reach us yet, but yet they might beg you. You understand what I say? And when man give them something, man want back something. Majority man also them say, if you talk, give me money, man want back something.
But Starboy, I don't
So,
cut you. Let me say this. But majority, most of the times when you meet somebody and you meet somebody, the first thing they my money tell us say, hey, you want to come up on my house? Come over your house, come do what? Come and reach us, sir. You come from the
well,
house, you come chill with you,
yes,
let's chill and watch some
Are we
movie.
victim? Are we victim blaming? Go ahead. Go
yes,
ahead.
you have a point. Yes, you have a point. You have a point there. You have a point there. But as me say, most of them girls like them are try to see what they can get.
So man
How much
reject
they
you.
can get out of
You
you
should
and
be
try to dig you. And I just say your grandmother say, if you don't want the man, don't take in things. You understand what I say? Grandmother say, if you don't want him, man, don't take him things.
For real,
comment
I'm
is
so
So
going
strong.
crazy.
the
That's
man
true.
not take the inject. So that's one of the biggest problem. Girl that try to play man.
So carry on to
Um,
what Anna did I say? As a me did say is a case where it's based on knowledge. It's based on a man having the understanding to take rejection, right?
mm,
You said that it's a case where it's based on also they're self confident, which I believe in even the same little scenario that you explained, where the guy in the club, his self confidence was on high level where
on
he thought
point.
that he could get anyone, right? But
And she
and that
stroked his ego.
simple, exactly, and that
Ego.
simple
And she died
rejection
for that.
crumbled
Yes, we
him.
understand that.
Which in a case like that I wouldn't say that it's is self confident, but it was a case based on his knowledge and understanding to let it go, to understand that one simple rejection from that one red lady, as you said, didn't call for him to go and do such stupidness and such foolishness. If you have the understanding and the knowledge to know that okay, so if this person rejects you, there's better, there's others
All
and
right.
stuff like that,
Yep. Right.
that's good, right?
I understand you.
Which
But,
in a case also what she said, like when you look at it, woman, they don't really get rejection that much. And if you look at it, when women do decide that they're going to step out to approach a
yeah.
man and get rejected, just one rejection alone or two rejection alone, and they will literally tell you that they will never approach another man again. But because it's a case based on how philosophy is set, man is always the one to go and get and to try to charm this female. So he's more prone to get rejection than how a
All right.
female